In this video, we're going to go through a single arm kettlebell clean. Now, we're going to teach this from a dead stop position, so we're going to set up very similar to our gunslingers. And in fact, the first part of this movement is just a gunslinger up to that floating position. Once we've got the kettlebell in that float, all we're going to do is punch our forearm up and under the bell as quickly as possible before it gets weighted again. Gunslinger, feel that weightlessness, and then all I'm going to do is punch and catch in that weightlessness. When catching the bell, I'm looking to catch it on my forearm and bicep in that nice front rack position. To bring the bell back down from here, what we want to think about is pushing the hips backwards and rolling the bell off and down. Some of the biggest faults we are going to see here. Number one is banging the bell on the wrist and the shoulder. Now this can be caused by a few problems, but looks a lot like that. Major things that are going to cause this are gripping too hard on the bell, creating too much friction and making it roll slower. The other one is going to be that soaring motion. If the bell's coming out and away and then being pulled in, it's got a lot of force as it comes into the shoulder. And finally, it could just be the bell is too light for the person, or they're using a bit too much hips for the bell that they're using. Another common fault we see is just bicep curling it. So again, not using these hips enough and ending up just trying to curl the weight up and in position rather than floating the bell up. Another very common fault is movement on the catch. So catching the bell and it pushing us off center, not engaging these glutes and core enough at the top to catch in a strong position. And the final most common fault we're going to see is throwing the bells away to come down. All right, so with that, we just want to make sure it's those hips going backwards, rolling to the floor. If we want to regress this movement, all we're going to do is we're going to catch the gunslinger again and then roll it into position. Gunslinger, catch, roll with the punch. Again, gunslinger, catch, roll to the punch. To progress this movement, all we're going to do is make it a bit more continuous. So from the floor, clean up, hips back and roll, straight into another clean. Swing, clean.